Hawke's Bay forester and sheep and beef farmer Alec Olsen, along with partner Heather Bell, has opened up Valhalla Farm and Forest to the public. It's a move that's helping to bridge the urban-rural divide. Local schools, pony clubs, history groups, hikers and members of Forest and Bird are all benefiting. As well, the Hawke's Bay Astronomical Society has their telescope located on the property.
My father balloted this block after the war. My brother and I took it over, started managing it in the mid-60s, and we freeholded it from the government. It was a 33 and a third year lease. And my brother was killed in 1997. He was in forestry, one of the statistics there, and I've been running it since. The sheep are Perindales, but with a wee touch of Robin Hilson's Finn and Texel through them. I run Perindales because they're perhaps the only sheep that can put up with me. I like animals that can move and that are smart, and I've been breeding my own rams. I'll buy one good ram from Robin each year and breed a group of my own so that I'm in total control of things that really matter to me. I like sheep that don't have that propensity to grow dags and grow long feet. At the moment we've only got 1,200 ewes, and cows have been halved. Our cattle numbers are down to about 130. Come on. We sold off half the cows last year during the drought, which is a policy that I've taken 20 years for me to actually formulate, and you have to actually act in time. So we've got some cows that I'm reasonably proud of now. What we've got is a farm with very easy access. Over the years we've developed a really good roadway through the farm, which is really good for the farm business as well. We're close to Napier, we're close enough to the schools, and we can get a coach on. And then I guess when Heather came into my life with bringing school children up, that opened a different sort of avenue of having farm visitors, if you like. It wasn't just fishermen and duck shooters and goat shooters. And so suddenly this education role came in. I get to meet a lot of very interesting people, the mums and dads who come up with the schools, and the students from Napier Boys High and EIT and other groups, and the Taruna College, the Organic College. Meet wonderful people, and you can't put a price on that.
So they're going to shear a sheep?
Yep.
On Friday?
Yeah, we shear a sheep if we can get the dry one. And that's, yeah.
About 20 years ago, I started bringing classes up here for outdoor education camps, and I'm a firm believer in the camp being back to basics. So in the beginning we had, the only running water we had was Alec coming down every day with 20-litre cans of water on the back of the bike. Apart from that, there were no facilities at all, but over the years we have built it up to what we've got here now. We can get 50 kids here at a time. They come in with their own tents, but apart from that we've got all the cooking facilities and pots and pans and everything else that they need. I like taking kids on camps, and I would prefer that they went to a camp that was a real experience rather than something that was manufactured and they did something for an hour and then moved one place to the right. I'm passionate about environmental education, and so I would get the kids up here and we would look at how things work in nature.
You're on a working farm, and what we want most of all is for you guys to go home without any injuries.
There are a lot of safety issues, and those have certainly become quite dominant in the last 10 years or so. Alec has a little mnemonic that he reads out to the kids so that they are aware of all of the dangers on the farm.
And the word is pig's wave, and P stands for poisonous plants.
He's very conscious of making them security aware around gates and things like that, but particularly around poisonous plants and gullies and gorges and animals. And although he does say that the most dangerous animal on the farm is himself if we leave a gate open. So.
Right, what I want to talk about, guys, is how trees grow. It's you know, this is a redwood. This is a coast redwood. It's the tallest living thing on earth.
They love it. They absolutely love it. We get a lot of really positive feedback from them. They're very anxious before they start because there's no iPods and fancy gear. They're not allowed to bring any gear with them, and they're not allowed to bring any junk food with them either. But after they've been here for a couple of days, they just absolutely love it. Good food, good environment, perfect.
Keep going.
Yeah, it's looking good. We've inherited 2 more new telescopes.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, really good quality, so we've changed the...
I know Heather, who is Alec's partner, through my years of being a mathematics teacher, and she was the one that had the idea of turning this into an education center, an education facility, which Alec was, very keen. We started looking around with the idea of building an observatory. We've always had the idea, ever since I became the president of the Astronomy Society, that we should start thinking about putting an observatory up somewhere away from the city, away from all the city lights, because you can't do anything in town. It's just hopeless with all the light pollution. We started acquiring some good quality telescopes, and the time came, okay, let's try to find some place to build this thing. And then just in a casual conversation, it came up that we were looking for a place to build it, and Heather heard about that and said to Alec, hey, why don't you ask the guys if they want to build it out here?
This is just the riparian zone. It's the only piece of the Mangoni River that we haven't covenanted in QE2 covenant. We kept one little piece open so that we could have a bit more authority over it here and with bulldozers and things. But the rest of it is in a 54-hectare covenant. The kids come down here in school parties, well organised, and they use this river here for water studies. It's a particularly important point to me because kids can be forgiven for listening to the mainstream news media that all farmers are polluters and all farm waterways are severely polluted. But when they do their studies in here with the Stream Health Monitoring and Assessment Kit, they can find all the high-order macroinvertebrates that can only live in good water. And there are dairy farms in the headwaters of this river. But again, the majority of the river upstream from here is in QE2 covenant or forestry. Over the years, looking at this water, there's certainly been no loss of critters in there. The mayfly, stonefly, caddis are all there in great numbers, including the small fish.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.